Hello everyone, and welcome to the latest edition of Wrench, Ride, and Repeat. Today we're going to do something a little different. Last spring, I think it was a Jam On Productions motorcycle swap meet in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and I picked up two Dyna 2000i electronic ignition modules for 40 bucks. Let's see if I got a deal, or let's see if I got ripped off. Hey, just as a little update before we get started on this little project today, I just wanted to show you what's been going on in the garage. I think I went around, we got the AC in, and we still have Raven on the table here. He's giving me a little bit of a problem because when you look down under here, there is zero room. Let me move that plywood. Zero room under that frame to even get my scissor lift under. And I got to get it back wheel off the ground so I can set top dead center so I can set the timing. It's just not starting and it's kicking back out through the carburetor. So it's suspected to be not timed, not in time for some reason. So stick around. We're going to try and get to fixing Raven here and getting him going pretty soon. And oh yeah, while I'm at it, I don't know if anybody's seen this yet. I don't think I posted anything yet. But ta-da! All right, nice asphalt parking lot. Right, just had that put in last Wednesday, I think. So it's still curing. Right, but sooner or later we're going to get some bikes up on this pad here. Oh, that's going to look nice right in the garage there. Look at that. So a buddy of mine did the paving and he made me a ramp right up into the garage. So no more piece of junk wooden ramp over there in the dirt. And I also had my neighbor with his machine come up and level this out for me. All right, so it's about 10 feet wide now, and I'm going to rake that all down and smooth it out. We're going to put some shale in there. And then I think eventually we're going to build a little overhang there, just to get some stuff out of the weather for the winter. Hoping to do that before the snow flies here in central PA. You can already see. Yeah, it's getting to be that time of year, folks. Leaves are starting to change, and weather's still holding out pretty good though. So, all right, let's get on to our little experiment here. I've been wanting to make this video for a little bit. I think it'll be fun, and maybe somebody will learn something. So for today's video, we have a few things we need. First, we need a multimeter, right? And then we have our two Dynatek 2000i electronic ignition modules and the little brass cup for your timing. Railroad power supply thing here. I got that will provide us with 12 volts. And since your bike is 12 volts and this is 12 volts, we're going to light these things up. Here's an image of the diagram we're going to use to wire these. And I'm pretty familiar with them. I've used them. Oh, I have one in the Ironhead Sportster. I've had it in there probably 20 years easy. And so I think I put one in gray. I know gray has one. And if we can get these guys to work, maybe we'll put them in something else. So let's see what goes on. Okay, since we already have the 12 volts on the meter here, I'm going to go ahead and disconnect the meter from the power supply. You can set him off and turn him off the other side there, okay. And then for this one, we're going to hook up some jumpers. All right, and if we really wanted to, just to make sure we have the correct polarity, goodness gravy, we'll just touch him here real quick and see what's going on. And yes, we have the polarity backwards. So we're going to switch these, test our polarity again. What are we sitting at? About 12.09 volts. So we're in good shape. We're ready to go. All right, let me get that out of the way here real quick. So you don't know, these things are used. You can see by the cruddy wires, and it's been used. Right? You can tell there's some marks where the set screws were for it and everything else. So yeah, let's see. What we need here is this experiment. We need ground and hot. Okay, and when you install these on the bike, the pink goes to one side of your coil, the hot goes to the other side of your coil. That's where you get your juice from. That powers the thing, 12 volts. This is for Vos. There's one for TAC. There's a couple different colors we're not going to use right now. So let's take a look here and see what we got. So we'll try this first one. And ground is body ground, right? There's not a ground wire. It's a chassis ground, you could say, because when it's mounted on the bike, of course, it's chassis grounded. And then we want to take the white, plug it in there, and we're not getting anything. So we should at least have a status light, a red light on, and we don't have anything on this one. So let me get the meter out, and we'll just verify that we still have our 12 volts. You guys can see there, I hope. And we'll just connect him to here and connect him to ground. And yeah, they're at about 13. So we'll crank that down just a little bit. Okay, no go on this guy, huh? All right, well, for 40 bucks, I'm down 20 bucks right now. So let's go here, and I'm getting a little wire messy here. And we'll pull this guy out of the way. Just see if I know what I'm doing. I mean, maybe the other one won't light up either. I haven't really tested these yet, so power supply's on. That's always good. You know, you got to have your power supply on. And we'll hook up the chassis ground. I hope you guys are being able to see this, because I am kind of doing it on the fly. And then we need our white hot wire. Okay, hey, look, we got a light. All right, status light. All right. Well, now we get a status light. We can see if it's actually going to be, if it's going to pick up. So let me disconnect this for real quick, and I'll show you what's going on here. If you've never installed one of these before, this is the little cup that runs on your camshaft, right? And as it spins, the engine spins. And let me see if I can do this gently here. So we'll hook him back up here, and hook that ground back up out of the way here. Okay, we got our red light. We got our 12 volts. Now, as this thing goes, right there. So you can see how the field is, right? This spins on your engine, and this is mounted in your cup there. And as this spins, so you see the light pulse there. All right, so every time this thing crosses that field, right, the light's on, lights off, lights on, lights off. And what I was saying about Raven is he has a different kind of ignition, but about the same thing. So you have to set it to top dead center, and then you get it set up like that, and the light's on, and then you turn this till the light just goes out. I really hope you guys are getting that. And so then you turn it on, turn it off. Okay, that's top dead center. That's where it should be. So we lucked out, and this one works. So I got I don't know, these are 250 bucks or so. Electronic ignition for 20 bucks. So I'm happy about that, and I guess we'll get it installed in something. So there you have it, folks. Just a quick little video to test out of an electronic ignition module, and we could probably do it with a meter too. I think I have an old, a needle meter, and we could watch the needle deflect as that pulses. But it's a little tricky to do, to hold it and run the camera and do all that stuff. So you just go by the light, and we ran the cup behind it, and it works the way it's supposed to work, the way I've installed them. So we're going to go with that. Hey there, folks. Hey, listen, I just couldn't not do this little experiment to finish up this video. So I was out here doing something else, and I had already made this video, and I was like, I really should try and show them how this actually works. So let's take a look here. I got a meter hooked up to it. I got the cup set up. It's powered up. I got a coil hooked up. So theory is 12 volt power supply powers the ignition module. All right, powers this guy. White wire on one of the poles on the coil, pink on the other, and power to it simulates your power from your kill switch. Okay, that's your white wire. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put the meter, or the camera, on the meter, and we're going to watch that needle deflect. And every time I turn that cup, you'll see that needle deflect. And that's when you're getting spark, right? That's your pulse. Your coil will pulse that out and send spark to your spark plugs. And if I had some decent spark plug wires around here, I'd put the meter on those, but it's really all the same. So let's take a look. Okay, so you can see the meter. I'm going to turn the power on. We'll verify our module turns on. Okay, you see the needle's deflecting already. That's because it doesn't know what state it's in. So I turn this cup a couple times, and it levels out. Sorry, the meter's not exactly in the coil properly, but you can see as I spin this sucker, that needle deflects. So when this is running and this is spinning, sorry, this is magnetized and it's really, but you can see that needle deflect as this cup turns around. Yeah, that's magnetized. That's surprising. Come on. Yeah, see, every time the field comes around, it's not there. And then there. Bloop, 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 bloop. So there it is. There it is. You saw it in action. That's how they work. They pick up, they pulse to the coil. The coil pulses strong enough to give you a good start to start the bike. I want to thank everybody for watching, and thank you for some liking and subscribing. And we'll keep the channel going as long as we can. And I think some big things are coming up. So thanks for watching. Catch you next time on Wrench, Ride, and Repeat.